Hello everyone, it's Monday at Gas Office. The commentary means only one thing. It's Europe Day. Every Monday at Gas Office we have a look at the weather for the coming week across the continent, and today is no exception. So we're going to have a look at the charts from westcentral.de to see what is going on across the continent this week. It's going to be another pretty hot week across many parts of Europe, particularly focused on central, southern, southwestern areas again. And we're trying to think that heat will be pushed further and further east as cooler air begins to move in off the Atlantic. It's going to be a pretty slow process to get that to happen. Well, before I get on with that, just to say about the ads, there's links to articles on all the pages at Gasoffice.com. You can have a browse with widgets you'll be helping to pay for the website, and thanks so much for doing that. As I've already said, the website we're using for the European Outlook coming from westcentral.de. You can find a link to that on the links page. So here's today's synoptic pressure chart, and high pressure is generally dominating across many parts of Europe. We can see it stretched here from the southwest around Spain and Portugal, and then going northwards through many central and northern parts of the continent. It is fairly weak pressure through the med because of the heat more than anything else, and maybe a few thunderstorms around the place as well. But the most definitively unsettled weather is up to the northwest again, and it has been through most of the summer through the UK and Ireland as well. So here's the upper air temperatures, very hot seen across many parts of Europe today. Intensely hot across Spain and Portugal, of course. Warmth extends through France, not just as hot as it has been across France, but still very warm. And then intense heat through many parts of Germany, Poland, going through to Ukraine and on into the Black Sea, southern parts of Russia, including Malta, very hot through the Mediterranean as well. It's a cooler scene for the UK and Ireland as it is for Scandinavia. Well, it is warmer over Scandinavia than it has been earlier in the summer. So here's the rainfall today, and we can see we've got the risk of some thundery showers or thunderstorms through western parts of Germany, and particularly going down into the Alps and then through Italy. Then may over mountainous regions. It probably looks more than it actually is, really, but some thunderstorms over mountainous regions, and then the risk of some thunderstorms through Corsica and Sardinia as well. Otherwise, lots and lots of dry weather. Could be a road shower around the costas, the Spanish coast there, but basically it's dry through Spain and Portugal. Most of France is dry. And then going up to the east and the northeast of that band of thunderstorms, it is mostly dry until we come down in towards Greece, where there could be a few rogue showers. Mainly dry for Scandinavia as well, although there is the risk of some rain across parts of Norway. And of course, you've noticed there's some heavy rain here across parts of Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales, unfortunately. So here's today's temperatures, and very hot again through many parts of Europe. Germany widely up to 34 or 35 degrees, that's around 95 Fahrenheit. It gets even hotter than that as we go eastwards. Poland could be approaching 100 Fahrenheit, 38 Celsius in some places, as could parts of Ukraine as well. We come down into the Mediterranean, very hot through Med. Of course, you expect it to be very hot through Med, and indeed it is. And then coming up in towards France, I'd say not just as hot as it has been across France, but even so, temperatures widely into the mid to upper 20 Celsius. It is cooler though for UK and for Ireland. If you don't like the heat, you're on the continent, you don't like it hot, get over towards Scotland or Ireland. They've had an awful summer, and it just goes on really with those temperatures. Very poor. As we move through into the middle part of the week, again, lots of high pressure here stretching through many northern and central parts of Europe. Low pressure is developing though down to the southwest, particularly across parts of France and going down into Spain and Portugal. Look how hot it is though across many parts of Europe through the middle part of the week. We've got temperatures at 20 Celsius, 850 HPA, not just across Spain and the Med where you would expect it to be that hot, but many parts of France, many parts of southern eastern Germany, Poland, and going down into the Balkans. Baking hot scene for most of Europe. It's cooler again through Scandinavia, the UK and Ireland. So risk of some thunderstorms breaking out on Wednesday, particularly through northern parts of France, going through the Bay of Biscay and then down in towards the Pyrenees and some northern parts of Spain as well, around this northern coast of Spain just here. They could get more widespread across other parts of France as well later on in the week. But to be honest, a lot of dry weather through the middle part of the week and about high pressure, so hot, dry, sunny through most central parts of Europe. Again, a few showers across southern parts of Italy and perhaps threatening Greece, but really many parts of Europe will be dry for the middle part of the week. Some showers up over Scandinavia, mainly dry for the UK as well, although these thunderstorms across northern France will be threatening the south coast by midweek. Another push of heat through France, middle part of the week, so temperatures again back up to around 35 or 36 degrees, quite wide, been the story of the summer, into the mid to upper 90s Fahrenheit. It cools off ever so slightly across Germany, but still very warm, as that first push of heat is pushing eastwards into eastern parts of Europe, again cooler for the UK, 22 for central parts of England, is 72 in Fahrenheit. Now we move through into the end of the week, and that low pressure that was developing across France and northern Spain has pushed northwards into the UK, so it's keeping the northwest of Europe quite unsettled. High pressure here through Scandinavia will be keeping many central and eastern parts of Europe largely dry through the latter stage of the week. Look at that heat extending northwards, how far north it's getting. We're almost pushing the 20 Celsius isotherm into northern Germany and Denmark here. It's hard to believe it will go that far north, but that certainly is what the model is indicating. If this cooler air pushes into the UK and Ireland from the Atlantic, so as cooler air pushes into the northwest of Europe, it forces that heat northwards and eastwards across many parts of Europe. Lots of heavy rain, if not thunderstorms, across the UK and then extend down into France as well. Could be some showers threatening Denmark, Germany, particularly southern Germany. Could get some torrential thunderstorms with all of that heat being pushed northwards. Spain, Portugal mostly dry. Few showers for the mountainous regions of Italy and around the Balkans and into southeast Europe could be a rogue shower. But really the eastern and northeast Europe will be mainly dry at the end of the week. And look at these temperatures. I mean, we're getting the 36, 37 symbols showing up there across northern parts of Germany on the Baltic coast. That is quite extraordinary. I don't think I've seen it that hot that far north, but we're approaching 100 Fahrenheit at the end of the week across some northern parts of Germany, and it extends through Poland as well. At the same time, though, it's turning much cooler in the northwest, so France is down into the low to mid-20s, 21, 22, 23, many parts of France. Look how cool it is for the UK. We're just down into the mid-teens Celsius by Friday. That cool air is digging in with the heavy rain as well, so we'll have a thundery push and then it turns cooler, and that heat is very much being pushed into the east of Europe. Going down to southeast Europe, the Balkans here, around 38, 39 degrees quite widely. That's over 100 Fahrenheit, and of course it's a hot scene through the Med. And then finally, we get through to next weekend, and we've still got high pressure up here over Scandinavia, but very gradually it's turning more and more unsettled from the Atlantic, from the west, as this heat is being pushed further and further eastwards. So the upper air temperatures show that heat being pushed now into the east of Europe as it's starting to turn cooler across many central western areas of the Atlantic. It's still hot through the Med, of course, but very gradually that heat is being drained away down towards the far east and southeast of Europe. Thunderstorms will be pushing that heat into the east and the southeast, so if they're stretched out from Norway and Sweden, southern parts of Norway and Sweden anyway, and then going down into Poland, through into Hungary, down into the Balkans, and through into Greece. To the east of that, which is really Ukraine, and then over to the Black Sea, it's still mainly dry and very hot. To the west, it's a showery scene here for Ireland, UK, France, particularly Low Countries, and down into northern parts of Spain as well. There could be some showers, and the temperatures will be significantly cooler as that heat is pushed into the east. We're still up to 38 degrees, 100 Fahrenheit for eastern parts of Poland, but that heat will increasingly be getting pushed eastwards as it turns cooler not cold, but cooler, certainly from the north and the west. So we're back into the mid-20s Celsius through most parts of France and the Low Countries and Germany and Denmark. Much more sensible temperatures for these regions. So we're in for another baking hot week across many parts of Europe this week. Ireland and the UK excluded from that. It'll be cooler and more unsettled there, but most parts of Europe getting a baking hot week this week. Dangerous levels of heat once again. As we go through the week, the heat will increasingly be pushed to the east, particularly by next weekend, as it turns more unsettled with risk of heavy showers and thunderstorms moving in from the west. That's it for now. Whatever you're doing this week across Europe, have a great week, and that's all for now. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.